We're looking at a post on Reddit titled, "Aren't All Jobs Prone to be Replaced by AI?" And if you think about this question, it's really a question of value. Will I still be able to deliver value to the marketplace as artificial intelligence advances? Or will the value that I currently deliver to the marketplace be superseded by the value that artificial intelligence is able to deliver? So let's take the illustration of a waiter. A waiter at a fine dining restaurant earns income primarily through tips, and they get those tips because they deliver a fine dining experience to the patrons. But robots enter the workforce, and as they are entering the workforce, they start to take waitering jobs. And what patrons especially like about the robots is that they do not need to tip them. So they are effectively saving 15 to 25% on each meal, which flattens the value that the waiter provides. And the waiter, for most purposes, is eliminated. So the value that the waiter once delivered to the marketplace has vanished. And so now they are unable to deliver value. And so, yes, they may be able to provide value in another way. Surely that's possible. But if you continue playing this game and you play this out, you will find less and less opportunities until you will simply run out of opportunities. So then the question is, what do you as a human do now that your ability to bring value has been diminished? And this is something you have to contemplate ahead of time. And I think the obvious answer is to take ownership of assets, ideally income producing assets, but at least in assets that hold value. So an obvious answer here would be crypto and gold, but we can think of intellectual property. We can also think of real estate. We can think of income, as far as income producing assets. It doesn't have to be digital, right? With a website or a blog or a YouTube channel, etc., another social media channel, obviously those can be income producing assets, but so can storage facilities and laundromats. So you just have to look at, how can I continue to produce income? With what's the best path for me in terms of taking ownership of assets? It could be a rental house and so on. But that's the line of thinking that you have to have, because what you have to keep in mind is that in the future, your ability to derive income from the value that you create now likely will not be there. So of course, there are so many people that will counter that, and they'll say, well, there's bureaucracy and there will be laws in place and responsible AI. And of course, a lot of the artificial intelligence companies and proponents will tell you that this isn't taking your job, it's simply creating another one. But the reality is that artificial intelligence will be replacing many people in the workforce, in the marketplace. And so you can no longer simply rely upon your ability to continue to go back into the marketplace as you so choose, generate value, create value, and then capture income and then come back to where you are. That pattern will be halted immediately by artificial intelligence in the next few years. So, what you have to do now is transition into capturing value and then making sure that you not at least hold on to that value, but ideally you build on that value by investing wisely. And so, one investment idea would be the ultimate hedge in this situation, which is to simply invest in stocks based around companies that are involved in or invested in or have some sort of stake in artificial intelligence, that would be a really nice hedge to guard against artificial intelligence replacing your ability to create value. So it's certainly something to think about now and start planning ahead for, because most of us will be replaced. The capabilities of artificial intelligence are already um, incredible, and they're only going to improve. And we've already seen a number of uh, jobs, work, etc., tasks that are now being able to be completed solely by artificial intelligence. And that is only going to advance and accelerate. So, given that pattern, now is the time to adjust. And rather than consuming and coming back to the marketplace to replenish, now you have to start to capture that value, hold on to that value, and seek to maximize that value for years into the future.